I guess I need to pop myself up on the screen if I'm going to go live, especially on a surprise live, a pop up live, a live that's unscheduled, unfiltered, undeclared, whatever. I don't know. I just figured I'd pop in here on a Monday morning. I don't have much time. Seems like that's the case here lately. Hope y'all don't mind my old funky looking glasses. Um, but it's what I got. And I don't really care. I'm too old to be cool. Um, but I figured I'd try a pop up live real quick because I'm not going to be here tomorrow. I have to be out of town. My sister's father in law passed away this weekend, and therefore I have to, or me and Belinda are going to Louisiana for the funeral. And we wanted to go down there and support them and show our condolences and do what we can to help. So we're not going to be here tomorrow. So our live tomorrow is canceled, canceled, because we're going to be on the road. I know some people are able to do it on the road. I'm not. I can't concentrate on too many things at one time. And listen, you don't want me driving and doing a live at the same time. You just want me to, because you know I can't focus. You know I'm here. Anyway, so it's a pop up live, kind of unscheduled, obviously, but I wanted to get on here and say hello. Hey, Brian, good to see you, my friend. I honestly didn't feel like anybody. I just out of the spur of the moment, I come on here because I knew that people would probably watch a few minutes of it later and they would see that I wasn't going to be here tomorrow. But it's good to see you, Brian. I don't know that fella and I couldn't get on Twitter. It wouldn't let me on my phone. So I hadn't, I had to go back and look at that fella that you mentioned. Um, and ask some folks around here if they know him. Hey, William, good to see you. Appreciate you hopping in. And I'll probably repeat a couple of times. I'm not going to be on here just a super long time, but I wanted to pop on here a little bit early to say that I'm not going to be here tomorrow because I'm going to be out of town. Hey, Leanne, good to see you. Always good to see Leanne. I got your Dutch lemon something or another. Hold on, let me see what it is. Dutch lemon sponge pie. I got it already connected up on my computer here on one of my page, on one of my little tabs. So I would remember to go back and watch it because I don't know about y'all, but I got to get a bunch of notifications. And sometimes they just all come at one time and it overwhelms me and I forget people. But when I see Leanne, I got to pop it up. So if nothing else, I'll remember to go back and watch it because it's Leanne. It's Leanne. Um, let's see, Gary. Hey, Gary. Good to see you, Gary. Appreciate you popping in. Gary with Pathways Homestead. I guess y'all are doing all right with your move. There's Deb, Miss Coffee Walks and whatever. I hadn't forgot y'all, by the way. I'm just slow. I'm slow in most everything I do, Deb. I like to use the word deliberate. Deliberate sounds better than forgetful and procrastinator. I like the word deliberate. I'm a deliberator. So that's basically. I'm going to get with you. I just got to figure out a time. Seems like here lately everything has been going on. Yeah, I'll check him out. I didn't know Daniel was just interim up there, but I wondered if he was still at the college. Gwen, how in the world are you? Corn and Chuck. Good morning. Boy, you travel all over, don't you, William? you up in the Delta and you over in Lake Charles, you just go all over the place. All right, there you go. Part of the Pie of March collaboration I'm hosting, and I'm giving away a $100 Amazon gift card. Fantastic. Fantastic. Delivered. Yeah. I'm so glad you're doing well, Gwen. It's always good to see you. Hey, look, this time of year, down here in South Mississippi, I don't know if y'all know this or not. Down here in South Mississippi, we've had, weeks of like getting into the 80s, high 70s, 80s. We've had quite a spell of warm weather. And listen, I defy anybody that's got any gardening in them whatsoever to have that many days of this nice weather to not want to get out and put something out in your garden. Even though logically you know that no, there's always going to be like that little cold snap that's going to come. We always call it the Easter snap. You know in the back of your mind, back here, I guess, that it's going to come. But by golly, when you get 80-degree days for a week and a half or whatever, you got to get out in the garden. You got to plant something. And I got my beans planted. Well, I got my bush beans, which that's normal. I would normally plant them in toward the end of February. And I got me some pole beans going. I got my taters, which that's normal because, again, February, at least down here in South Mississippi. And then I've actually got some squash planted, some yellow squash. I planted it in my greenhouse because I wanted to see if I could get something to actually germinate, some of my seeds to actually germinate. So I went ahead and planted them in my greenhouse. And, of course, they all come up. And so they're getting big. So I got to do something. I got to do something with them. So I went ahead and planted. I'm going to plant them. I don't care. If I see that we're generally not going to have a freeze for a long period of time. So if there is a freeze, I'm just going to go out there and cover them. I got enough stuff to cover them with. Hey, Destiny, good to see you. Always good to see Destiny. And a moment in the Word. Darian, I just got through. He just had his moment in the Word. He has it every day, like Monday through Friday at 10 o'clock or 10:30. It depends on where he's at and what he's doing and something like that. But he just brings out the Word and talks with people and shares about Christ. And I do appreciate you praying for my brother-in-law's family. Some of y'all that are coming in late, I'm not going to have my live tomorrow because I'm not going to be here. We're going to be going to Louisiana to go to the funeral, and I don't do lives while I'm traveling. I guess Belinda could hold the phone, but I'd probably run off the road or something. I'm not good at that kind of stuff. But anyway, I do appreciate you praying about that, Darian. I've been looking for a lemon cream pie. There you go. Just get up with Leanne. She'll teach you. She'll show you everything you need to know. I figure you know how to cook all that anyway. Too hot for spinach. Leanne, I've got spinach in my wheelbarrow. It's only about that tall. But I told Belinda, by golly, I'm going to go out there and clip some. If I had to scramble some eggs and throw it in the eggs and mix it up in the eggs, I'm going to cook some of my spinach. Because what's this, 2-3 years going on? I planted, I don't know how many times. And every time something comes up and destroys it. This time I had it going up good, and we had a freeze for like down in the teens for like 2 or 3 days in a row. And it killed it. So I replanted it, and it's come back up doing good. But now it's got hot. But in the evenings, we had a little break here a day or so ago, and the evenings are good and cool. but the days are getting up in the warm, which I hadn't looked at the forecast. I don't know what it's supposed to be going forward, but I know we're going to get some cold. I just know we are. I mean, why not? Got starts going inside, need to plant them outside. And listen, I'm telling you, with this warm weather, and I got so much I've got to do. I've got some extension. I'm trying to make a trellis. I've got to more beds that I got to get made up. I've got stuff that I need to plan out. And then, we got to start mowing now, because I've been leaving my yard. Everybody else is mowing the yard, but I've been leaving because I got all these little flowers coming up in the yard. And the bees and all love them. They all own them all the time. So I don't want to mess them up, but I'm going to have to, or else I'm going to get dirty looks from people driving by. And I don't want people giving me the dirty look. I'm sensitive. I got a sensitive soul, y'all. And when people drive by and give me the dirty look for my yard being unkempt, it hurts my feelings. And I don't like my feelings hurt. So I got to get out there, and I'm going to have to get out there and mow it eventually. But I'm going to let the bees and the bugs and stuff have it for a little bit longer. Hello, Jim Spencer. Good to see you. I appreciate you coming in. There's our friend Phil up in Indiana, Peterson Farm in Nashville. Always good to see Phil. We go from 40 to 80 every day. Yep. And see, y'all are about an hour and a half above us. And you'd be surprised at how much a difference that makes. I mean, sometimes it don't make that much difference, but in Mississippi, I mean, I showed a thing the other day, the graph. It was like at the top of Mississippi, 40, then down a little bit 50, then down a little bit 60, then down a little bit 70, then down a little bit 80 was the temperatures in the state of Mississippi. Crazy, y'all. Crazy talk. That's crazy talk. Belinda's favorite flower is a tulip. That's about the only favorite thing I know about her. Is she likes steak. She does like a good ribeye steak. Ribeye steak and tulips and chocolate covered strawberries. I'm golden. I'm I don't have to. If I get her mad at me, I know y'all realize that that's probably something that I very rarely do, is get Belinda mad at me. But if I do, I know how to. I know how to tone her back down. I know how to cool her down, cool her off. Tulips, steak, and chocolate covered cherries. I think, y'all, I'm getting a little unkempt myself. People are just walking by me and giving me dirty looks, and it's hurting my feelings. I'm going to have to get a haircut and get a shave, trim up this mess. Because when you go to drink something or eat something like ice cream, it hangs onto your mustache and then it drips. And it's kind of embarrassing. Not to me, but it's embarrassing to Belinda. Good morning, DNL Treasures. Good to see you. Appreciate you coming in. I like that logo. What is that? Is that a camera, or what is that on the beach there with the sunset? These glasses, I mean, they help me read, but it don't help me get perfect thing. I mean, it don't help me see that good. I need ideas for beans I got planned. Do I plant them by a trellis, or will they naturally go up my garden fence? They will naturally go up anything that's next to them. Anything that's next to them, they're going to climb if they're pole beans, and just keep on climbing if they're pole beans. If they're bush beans, don't worry about it. They'll be fine. Or ask Gwen. Gwen knows more about this than I do. I shoot from the hip. I'm off the cuff. I just give advice that I have no clue what I'm talking about. I just do it. I just give the advice and hope that people don't remember it was me that give it to them. Chuckster, Meester. What are you doing up this early? It's only 11 o'clock. Oh, It is 11 o'clock. I normally am 9 o'clock on Tuesdays, and that's why you're not there. But 11 o'clock is acceptable. It's acceptable. It's good to see you, Misha. Always good to see you, Misha. Thank you, Leanne. Those of you that are just coming in, I won't be here on my regular scheduled time tomorrow at 9 o'clock. Just not going to be here. Going to be on the road. Got a funeral got to go to. Can't do a metal detector. I'm glad you cleared that up. I can kind of see it now. I can kind of see it. So you go out and I've always found that fascinating. People going out with their metal detectors and finding stuff. I had a guy one time. He come to church up there where I was several years ago up in Columbus. He worked with the Air Force, and they had the Air Force base there in Columbus. And he would take his metal detector and he would go to these different sites that had some kind of historical whatever and try and find stuff. And I don't know what all he found, different relics or whatever. I got another friend of mine down here in Purvis, Mississippi, that he's a judge, actually. He's, I do know his name. I was about to say, I don't even know his name, but I do know his name. But he's a judge down here. I always just call him, hey, Judge. Hey, Judge. How you doing, Judge? He used to come. When we played music, he always liked to come listen. He had a boy that could forevermore flat pick a guitar. And me and him and a couple other guys, we'd always sit out on the porch and talk and lie and stuff like that. Just talk. But he would follow some kind of, like where they had the Civil War battles. He was like a history buff. And he liked to go to these different spots, where the different armies, where they crossed over and where they went and all that kind of stuff. And he loved doing that kind of stuff, finding old buttons or something, belt buckles or guns or whatever. I don't know what he found, to be honest with you, but he just liked the history of it. Hello, Rebecca, Touched by a Yarn. It's good to see you. Appreciate you coming in. There's Kathy. Hello, Kathy. Good to see you. Kathy does a wonderful job on her lives, y'all. She's got it down pat, I think. She's got the ability to talk to people and encourage people. She's has this thing on Fridays at 2:00. If you're not familiar with her, go to her channel on 2:00 Central Time on Fridays, and she generally has her live. She generally sponsors or showcases a channel, and she keeps up with them, and she keeps up with how that they have done since they've been on the channel, and then how they progressed or how they've gone forward or backwards, whatever. And she's always there to try and encourage and help people. Hello, All Terrain Coffee and Camping. Good to see you. Me and my wife, I know I'm getting behind in the chat. And that's, hey, those of you that are come here on a regular basis, you understand. Chuck Lee. Me and my wife had talked about, because we don't have, I got one child at home, but he's not, he'll be 20 years old at the end of this month. March the 25th, he'll turn 20 years old, my baby. And but he's never here. I mean, he's in school. He's going up here to Southern Miss, and he works at a radio station there in Laurel, which is about an hour away. And so there's very few days that he's home. When he is home, he's probably going to a friend's house, or he likes to play music. He likes to, he just likes to go. He's a teenager. That's what they like to do. They like to go. They're goers. I used to be that way. But he's never hardly here. So me and Belinda thought about getting a tent and going to some of these parks around. We got a bunch of them around us that has tent camping. And I want you to know, it's been years since I've done it. I don't know if Belinda's ever done it, but it's been years since I've done it. but we wanted to start out right here by the house to see if we get to hang. Because if something goes wrong, we'll just pack it up and we'll go back to the house. Makes sense. But if we're 2 hours away, we'd have to pack it up and it'd be a longer drive back to the house. Or if we're 8 hours away, we'd have to pack it up and it'd be even longer back to the, or we had to get a hotel. So we wanted to try it out. I got a friend of mine that's got a tent. It's like a 4-man tent. I don't know how big that is, but I figure I can handle it. I mean, how hard can it be? Put up the tent. We're going to go. We are going to get us a mattress to go inside of it because we don't sleep on the ground no more, y'all. I'm afraid the park ranger would come by if we slept on the ground and he'd have to pry us off the ground. I'm just telling you. I'm just being straight with you, just being factual. So we don't want to do that. So we're going to get us a mattress to get in there. The way that we do it, I mean, we don't have to do it. We do it when we want to. Does that make sense? I can look at the weather and say, well, it's going to be raining. I'm not going camping when it's raining. Look at the weather. It's going to be 100 degrees. I'm not going camping when it's 100 degrees. Look at the weather. It's ice all over. I'm not going camping. Look at the weather. 40 to 80. Sunshine on my shoulder makes me happy. See y'all. Got to go camping. I think it'd be fun. I think, and plus it'd give us, time to get off ourselves. We walk around all the trails. We take our fishing poles and go fishing in their little lakes and stuff. Cook out by the fire. And I think it'd be fun. I think it'd be a good, relaxing getaway trip. And especially if we just start out here real close by, get the hang of it, get a few under our belts, get where we kind of understand the ins and outs, what we need, what we don't need, things that make life a little bit easier, things that make life a little bit harder, blah, blah, blah. You know what I'm saying? Just right around the house here. Am I too close to the camera? I'm sorry. I got to lean up here. I just got to. But you understand what I'm saying. How did I get off on all this? I think it was all-terrain camping, coffee, and camping. I don't do coffee anymore, though. I quit it about 20 years ago. It was starting to hurt me. And I don't think it was the coffee's fault. I think it was my fault. I had an ulcer. But it wasn't no fun. So I just quit it. It was easier to quit than I thought. I was drinking like 2 pots a day. Hey, Jamie. Good to see you. Appreciate you coming in. There you go. I didn't see that first one. Hey there, Jamie. Good to see you. Appreciate you coming in. Find treasures at beaches and parks. I think it'd be cool to have a metal detector. I think it'd be really, really cool. And if I've missed any of y'all, I apologize. Oh boy, judge friend, just what you need. Amen. And a lawyer friend. A judge advocate general friend. And actually I do, my wife's, her brother is married to a girl whose brother is a state senator here in Mississippi. And he's a lawyer as well. He's actually done some lawyering for us on the different things that we've had to deal with as far as getting things in order, if you will. The NDT show, y'all get over and check NDT. I don't even know your name, brother, but he has a uniqueness about him, and that uniqueness is what I like. He's got he knows what he's doing, it's gardening and things like that. But I like his character. I like the way he presents his channel. My type of person, if you know what I'm talking about. Hey, you're welcome. You're welcome, Kathy. And I have got way behind. Chuck is talking about Rich Cat Ranch. That's right. If y'all were a moderator or anything, y'all can put links up. I'm not. Hey, I understand. I understand. There's our friend Michael. Michael, MB Heritage Farms. Hey, Michael, I got me some sweet potato vines growing, and I started them about a month or two ago. I just started one in my jar on the windowsill in some water. And I know everybody says, well, that takes forever. And it does. It takes a long time. But I planted some out in my greenhouse. And I've got a bunch of shoots coming up off of that. I got some roots coming on the ones in here. I don't know about the ones outside because they're in dirt, but the ones in here got a bunch of roots on them. And I guess I need to take them off the potato and just put them on in a jar of water. Is that right? Let me know if I'm doing it right. And because I still think it's a little bit early to put out my sweet potatoes. I don't want to mess them up again. I got my fence around my garden, hopefully keep the rabbits out this year. Hopefully. Hit and miss. You're hot. I thought you said, anyway, hot miss. Me with that Laurel business. Yeah, you talking about the our hometown, or the people that has the our hometown? Listen, Misha, if you ever come down to South Mississippi, you better let me know. Me and Belinda will meet y'all somewhere, and we'll take you to the barrel or wherever. We'll take you out to eat somewhere and visit with you. Love to meet you. Sure would. Baby turns 10. Her petting zoo party is days away. Don't blink, girl. Don't blink. She'll be 20 before you know it. My granddaughter turned 6 in February. My grandson, we had his party Saturday. He turns 5 in a couple of days, in about a week, actually. My wife, she turns on the 16th. My dad turns 88 on the 17th on St. Patrick's Day. And Paul, his birthday is on the 25th of this month. He turns 20. My daughter-in-law, I don't know how old she turns, and I don't know what day she turns, but this is her month too. This is my wife's mother's birthday month. We went by there, got her she loves birds, y'all. She loves watching, she's can't get out and do a whole lot because she's had like 7 different hip surgeries. I kid you not. She was born with shallow socket hips. And she's had surgeries on both hips, but I think it's 7 or 8 hip surgeries in all. She's had shoulder surgery, all her joints and stuff. It's just messed up. But she gets around. She has to use a cane. She falls every now and then. She don't tell nobody, but we know it because she complains because her back's hurting. I said, you fell, didn't you? Well, I didn't want to bother anybody. But she loves birds. And my father-in-law took out part of the wall and put a big, huge window that she can look outside. Just a big window that she could look outside into her backyard. And he's fixed up. He's planted flowers and dug her a little pond with the little koi fish or whatever you call them, big looking goldfish looking things. Just got bird feeders everywhere. They all over the place. And sometimes when the hummingbirds are around, she has them right there by her window, and there'll be 50, 60 hummingbirds just swarming right there. Anyway, we got her a swing, a cedar swing that comes off like a little 90 thing, and it hangs down and swings. It's got a feeder up under it where they can attach it to a pole, which they'll have to put one of them things on it to keep the squirrels out. But it's a cedar swing. She loves them. I have 3 tents. Let me know. You can just take my setup and see if you want to do it. Hey, brother. Man, you tempting me. I may have to get you to tell me what I need to do. Tent camping is fun. It's what we do every fall. I'm going to try it. Okay. Okay. I did not know that. I did not know that. Put your times and all out there, Rich Cat, if you want to. Hello, Backroad Hillbillies. That's been a while since I've seen y'all around. But in all fairness, life is just, it really gets busy. And everybody knows that. I'm not making excuses. I'm just telling you, everybody's got stuff going on. I've got stuff going, especially this time of year. You're finally able to get outside and do stuff. Let's hope that park ranger even shows up. They will eventually. Hey there, Bunky. Bunky, moderator extraordinaire. Extraordinaire. Favorite breed, must be talking about German Shepherd. I didn't see it. It's not cheating either. It's called being smart, because trust me, you don't want me sleeping on the ground in a sleeping bag. I could do it, but I don't think Blenda would be able to do it. I would hurt for a long time, but I would never admit to it. I'd admit to y'all because I like complaining, but around here I would never admit to her, that I'm hurting. But it would hurt her. She's just not. I don't want to do that to her. I want her to enjoy the experience. Hey, 12. Hey, Byron. Good to see you. Appreciate you coming in. Sunshine. It's nice. It's not really sunshiny today, though, out here. Kind of cloudy. I need to look at the weather, see what the weather's doing. See what the weather is up to. Hey, Krubby. Venkat, good to see you. Appreciate you coming on. Back off, LOL. Misha, I'm kind of surprised. I may have missed it, but when I said Meester, I was surprised I didn't get no feedback from you. That might have been what you was talking about. I needed a judge for. She calls me Chuckster, and I made a mention. I said something about, well, hey, Meester, and she said, oh, don't go there. Don't go there. Don't you start with me, Chuck. And y'all, I'm kind of scared of Misha. I don't know if I want to get on her bad side. Please smash the like button. Oh, and for those of you that are just now coming in, I'm just letting y'all know I'm not having my live tomorrow. I have a normal live at 9:00 Central Time every Tuesday. Been doing it for a year and a half or however long it's been doing it. That's generally when I do it. And I know people get used to the same thing, the same routine. And so when you come on here Tuesday and you don't see me on here at 9:00 Tuesday, you don't go, what? Just like that. Don't do that. Don't go, what? 2 pots a day might do it. That's where I was at on that coffee. I hope so. DNL. It just seemed like it'd be a good thing to do. Hey there, Blaine. Good to see you. It took me, I finally think, and I don't know if I spelled your name right. I spelled it Blane because I seen somebody else spell it that way. But I've seen you on lives. I've seen you on my lives, and I've talked to you actually, I guess in chats. But if I knew your name, I forgot it, and I was too embarrassed to ask it again because I'm just that way. I figure somebody tells me their name 4 or 5 times, I shouldn't have to ask them again, right? But mine, it goes in one ear and out the other. But I seen Blaine. I'm going to try and remember it. Blaine, Rayleigh Creative Travel. Good to see you. Cup of coffee. Yeah. Last time I had a cup of coffee, I had my good buddy, Wayne. He used to be the constable down here. And we'd go to their house. We'd play music. But me and him, we'd go in there and watch the LSU football games. And he passed away. Y'all, it broke my heart when he passed away. Some of y'all may remember that. Because he was my buddy. But we'd watch anything. He loved golf too, but I'm not much on golf. But when they had LSU football or they had LSU baseball, I'd go over there. Me and him would sit and watch it. We'd talk. And his wife always at halftime always had like a dessert. like a peach cobbler or a blackberry pie or a cherry something or another, an apple pie or something. She always had something like that for halftime. And of course, he would drink it, he would eat it with his coffee, and I'd just get water. And he said, asked me one time, he said, "Bro, Chuck," he said, "would you want just some coffee with that?" I just say peach pie. And I say, "Well, I don't think so. I hadn't had coffee in 20 years. He said, oh, that's fine. I forgot." He said, "No." I said, "But it smells so good." Oh, it smelled so good. "Give me a cup of coffee, but just about that much. Just about that much. I just want a little bit, about a half a cup." And I drank it. Y'all, my insides, it was like I was on some kind of drug or something. I guess I was caffeine. I don't do caffeine here at the house. I do decaffeinated tea, but I guess when I go out to eat or something and have a glass of tea, I'm sure that's caffeinated. But caffeination, something being caffeine, it was like my body was tired, like my eyes was tired, but my insides were wide awake. It was the weirdest night. I had weird dreams. I had up and down. I couldn't go to sleep. Then it was just waking up and it was the funkiest thing. I decided I better not try it no more. Hey there, Paul. Good to see you. Appreciate you coming in. And by the way, Paul, if you didn't hear, I'm not having my live tomorrow. I know you always post it on Facebook, but I do appreciate that. Metal detector for my yard. There you go. I appreciate you throwing that out there for me. Hey, Mary Grow with me. Good to see you. Appreciate you coming in. 1964. 64. I was born in 67. I don't want to go glamping. That seems too sissified to me. And look, if that hurts your feelings, folks in the chat, I'm sorry. It's just, when you think of glamping, I think of people that are in the city that have never seen grass. All they've seen is sidewalk and asphalt all their life, going out to the country somewhere and getting in this big, humongous luxury tent with chandeliers and all the amenities and niceties that probably nicer than most anything else, and calling that camping. I'm fundamentally against that, y'all. I have a deep-rooted sense of, I don't know what the right word is. I was going to say morality, but it's not morality. I have very deep feelings about this, if you can't tell. Actually, I don't really care. You do what you want to. It's your life, not mine. Not mine. You go out and glamp all y'all want. Go and glamp. Wouldn't that be something? But I mean, Blenda would love it. In fact, she suggested a time or two, and I'm not saying I won't ever go, because if Blenda says we go, and I'm just saying, I'm going to put my foot down and say yes. I'll go right with you, but I'll go right with you there, sweetheart. Nathan. He does, don't he? He does. Carries himself well, straight to the point. But I like the way he brings out his stuff. Yeah, gets you out with nature. DNL. We just started our Iris and Water last week. Boy, how far behind? I only got one moderator. Aren't you a moderator, Leanne? I thought I had you as a moderator. And I got Bunky as a moderator. I got Misha as a moderator. I can't remember who else I got as moderators. Pretty much anybody that I know. Maybe they got taken off somehow. I'm going to have to go and check all that out, y'all. Type CC and I'll drop it. Cool. Kind of like Nightbot. You might have to type it a few times. Let's see. You let them root out in water. After taking them off water, they'll be fine for another 2 or 3 weeks. Oh, taking them off the tater. I misread that. After you take them off the tater, they'll be fine for another 2 to 3 weeks in water. I got you. Love the barrel. I get the barrel from any of y'all ever seen Tim Hawkins? He's a Christian comedian. Dude is hilarious, y'all. If you've never seen Tim Hawkins, you got, especially the songs. He can flat play guitar and sing, and but he's hilarious, and he's talking about at the barrel. I'm gonna treat you to the barrel. I'm gonna treat. And he said, "What about the waitress? She going over there. She's and she's not even chewing gum." She says, I give you some biscuit, make you want to slap your mama." He said, "I don't think I'm going to have the biscuits." Treat you right at the barrel. Treat you right at the barrel. Can't wait to meet Miss Misha and Blaine. Y'all getting up together? Hey there, OJ. I guess it's OJ. Deb was had her name in front of hers a while ago. I'm way behind, y'all. Don't tell my wife's age. 88. Yep. Dad turns 88. Hey there, Viola. Did I get that right? Sometimes I know a name, but I don't know it. And then I'm going to call you Viola. How about that? My granny's garden. Florida, right? Is that right? I think it's Florida. Hey there, Raquel. Good to see you. Appreciate you coming in up north to Canada, not Alaska. Hey there, Teresa. Good morning. Always good to see our friend Teresa come in. One of the most knowledgeable people as far as gardening and tinctures and all that kind of stuff. I love to listen to her, y'all. She's just straightforward. She's going to tell you how it is. You can like it or lump it, but she's going to tell you how it is. Well, happy birthday this month, Blaine. Appreciate that. Paul, we won't be making it to Georgia this time. The Georgia there at, what's that, Helen, Georgia? Is that right? The German town over there. I've heard several people talk about how nice that was over there. I've never been. I probably won't ever go. It's probably out in the mountains. I don't do mountains hardly. I need to get Belinda to drive. Appreciate that, Rencat. Appreciate that very, very much. Let me slip down here. About to dig in this weekend. Ordered another hummingbird feeder. There we go. There's some. There's a thing. Yeah, y'all don't be scared to throw out links. I don't care. You tell whatever. If you want to tell it yourself, tell people when you got your lives, when you got your new videos coming out. I said I wasn't going to be on here long. I've been on here a whole lot longer than what. How much of a fee to drop my Everything Southern Gospel channel? Drop it. If she can figure out how to get over there to get on there, drop it. Put a drop on it. I'm trying to get down to the bottom. You love the tent camp. It's free. Go camping every chance. We used to have a pop-up camper when I was a kid. I loved it. We'd go, and I loved to fish when I was a kid. I was fishing, as soon as I could hold a fishing pole. I loved fish. I've always loved fish. Here, the last few years, I've slacked off just because of circumstances. I just, it's just what it is. And I've got places right around here to fish. I just don't. But I used to love the smell. If any of y'all have ever been in an old pop-up camper, you know the smell I'm talking about. It's got a distinct smell. Canvas. I don't know what it is. Vinyl, canvas, whatever. You know what I'm talking about. Don't pretend like you're not. All right, Leanne, go make your farmer some lunch. I got to get off here too. I wanted to get down here. Just came in from the garden. I've been out in the greenhouse in the garden this morning. I wish I could sing like Bunky too. I wish I could sing like Bunky too. Sure do. Sure no. We've even taken a winter. unit air conditioning when we've gone tent camping. We're at camp for the Perseids in mid-August, hottest time of year there. Perseids. What is the Perseids? Y'all, I live in backwoods Mississippi. I don't get out much. Got to explain all this stuff to me. There you go, Blaine. There you go, right there. Misha's on top of it. She is on top of things. And Bunky, told you it's too close to Mister. Golly, how far am I behind? Hey there, buddy. Good to see you. Oh, there it is. It kept going up and down, up and down. No live stream tomorrow. That's right. No live stream tomorrow. Hello, Sir Scott. Good to see you. Always good to see Scott. Scott shouted us out. Oh, and by the way, yeah, I don't know. Is YouTube, has it gone wonky or something? The last 2 months, I guess, I've noticed something. It was like overnight, my hours have pretty much dropped in half. My subscribers have dropped off. And even though I got people coming in saying new subscriber and commenting on videos, and I see it coming in notification, new subscriber, I was stuck. It was like I couldn't go nowhere. I'd go up a little bit and I'd come down, and that's normal. That's normal. But it done it for almost like a month and a half, 2 months, which is kind of unusual because normally they'll go up and then they'll drop down and then they'll come back up and you'll stay. And then you'll just keep progressing. But my hours have dropped, my views have dropped. And even though when I'm looking at it, I'm getting as many views as I've ever got, and maybe a little above what I normally get. I just don't understand it. I don't understand. But here lately, my subscribers have gone up a little bit. I'm I understand what it is. It's going up about. And the only reason I'm real concerned about it is because I want to get to that 1,000. I want to get that 1,000. I've been dragging my heels on it for a long time. I'm going on 2 years, y'all. I need to be at 1,000. And Scott shouted me out the other day. And I appreciate that, Scott. I had several people do that. And another thing, I've seen like on some of y'all's community page, I've seen you shouting me out. I just so happen to notice it. I'm not getting the notifications for it. And then when I do get a notification, I go to say thank you, and it just comes up blank. It won't let me say thank you. I don't know what's going on. Folks. But it's all right. I thank y'all. I do. I appreciate every single one of you. Every single one of you. All right, Jamie, appreciate it. I'm going to try and rush through here. Click a like button. Thank you. After the army, I'll clamp any day. Y'all keep stopping me. I keep seeing stuff. Your ideas. That's how ours has been too. Hey, Wendy, good to see you. Appreciate it. I see. Nope, I don't have yours tagged up here yet, but I will. Not about to go glamping. Hey, Tom, y'all want somebody to show you how to cook keto style? Tom is your man, and he don't just cook. He's an artist, y'all. When he lays out his plate, it's like something you see in a 5-star restaurant or whatever. It's top-notch stuff. Top-notch. Should be a national landmark. Hey, there's Robin. Hey, I just watched your video, and I thank you so much for you were super kind to me. I appreciate that. Robin's been kind of in the background here a little bit lately. Different things going on in her life, but she said she's going to try and start getting more out front a little bit here as time goes. Robin, she's such a sweet girl, y'all. I had her on one of my lives a while back. I just like her. Get over and check her out. She's going to start putting out videos, and a few more than she has been. She's been kind of on the back burner. I understand. I understood when you started talking. I was like, been there, done that, and really still get that way. Just get tired of life. You're welcome, Teresa. What birthday is also? Oh, your birthday's this month too. Fantastic! Happy birthday! Wait, 6 more days. 6 more days. That would be on the 12th. I'm trying to remember if that's my daughter-in-law's birthday. I know her and my. Let's see. That may be my grandsons. They right there together, both of them. If I can figure it out, I'm not sure what you're talking about. Kind of like a duffel bag smell. It does. Thank you, Deb. Appreciate y'all coming. Lean to or 10 Perseids. Oh, it's a meteor shower. Thank you, Brian. Appreciate you. My daughter is rocking it. She is. That's Bunky. Bunky's our girl. She's everybody's girl. We love Bunky. Bunky Bun doing my multiplication tables. We called them time tables when I was growing up. Had to go all the way through 12. Had to know them all the way through 12. By the 3rd grade, you had to learn them. Yes. How YouTube does people like Sherry. Yeah. Kind of broke my heart that they're not going to have their Chatterbox gals anymore. But, I understand. All right, y'all. Let me get on down here. Oh, I am down here. Tom's wife has a channel, Meg's Mystery. She is good at storytelling. Oh, Tom, Meg's Mysteries. Meg's Mysteries? I thought her name was Marie. Now I'm confused, which doesn't take much. Happy birthday, Viola. The 21st. Everybody's birthday. March is a good month. Let me back up. Let's see. March, February, January, December, November, October, September, August, July, June. I'm just doing the math, y'all. I'm just doing the math. All these folks born in March, I'm just doing the math. Look, appreciate y'all coming in for our pop-up live. I know it's unusual, but I do appreciate y'all coming in and being a part of the live. Y'all are so good to us. And I was going to tell y'all this too. Somebody, Robin, where's Robin? Sometimes it gets, you don't want to make videos. You just get tired of it. You get tired of having to get the camera out. You just get tired of coming up with content. You just don't feel like it. Sometimes what I do, sometimes y'all see me throw out a short. And I do that because I know that I need to be putting a video. I don't want to be known as just a live stream channel. I don't want that. Thank you, Tom. Appreciate that. But I want to be, but if you have time, just get your phone out, go to YouTube, make a quick short. It don't have to listen. Nowadays, it don't have to be much about anything. And you might get 5 views. You might get 500,000 views. There's no rhyme or reason to it to me. I just have no clue. But most of the time, you get a bunch of views. But at least it'll keep your thing out there. It'll keep your channel out there until you get back into the mood to actually get up cameras or whatever and edit and all that kind of stuff. 72-ish. Thank you, Misha. Appreciate that. Y'all, I thank y'all so much and hope y'all all have a fantastic week. And y'all pray for us as we go tomorrow down to Louisiana. And everything would go well there. God bless, and we'll talk to y'all later.